It's another rainy, miserable day. I wanted to come on and do a live and talk about thyroid disease. I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough. As you know, Savannah has type 1 diabetes. She's had it now for 6 years. November 14th will be 7 years. I can't believe that I've been doing this for almost 7 years. But of course, when you have, well, not all the time, but most of the time when you have an autoimmune, you can have multiple autoimmune diseases. And since Savannah was diagnosed, they had been watching her thyroid level because it was a little elevated. And throughout the years, it's gone up, it's gone back down. And a few years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I noticed she was putting on some weight. Her hair was thinning a little bit. She was tired. So they put her on a medication. She's still on it now. But I also have noticed lately that her hair is starting to really thin and her eyebrows are barely there. And yesterday morning, I woke up to her trying to use eyeshadow to like pencil in her eyebrows, and I felt so bad. I'm like, oh, what does that do to her confidence? Thyroid disease can affect your weight, your mood, your energy, your hair loss. It's so sad. And I feel like she's battling type 1 diabetes every day. And along with it, now she has to worry about penciling her eyebrows. So I said to her, like, you don't have to use eyeshadow. I can get you an eyebrow pencil to do it. So I ordered her one, but it hasn't come yet. But I just feel like it's tough to have to deal with both autoimmune. It's like diabetes never goes away. The last 2 nights, she's had a few lows early in the morning. I'm exhausted. I can only imagine how she feels. But it really hit me when she was penciling in her eyebrows that, like, oh my God, my poor kid has to worry about hair loss and not having eyebrows. And she said to me, when I get older, will I ever grow eyebrows? I'm like, yeah. And if not, there's things you can do. You can do microblading when you get older if you want eyebrows. Like, I just don't want her to think like she's never going to have eyebrows. But it makes me feel sad because she has enough to deal with in her life. And just on top of it, unfortunately, some people don't have added autoimmune diseases, but my child does. And it's defeating when you have to see your 9-year-old child go through so much. So I just feel like some people just don't understand what really goes on, and it's sad. And like last night we had to change the insulin pump and there's been so many defective ones that like she cries when we have to change it. And I even went on the Omnipod app to make sure that it wasn't one of the defective pods, and it wasn't, thankfully. Because she's like so traumatized by it that if we insert it and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, sorry, communication error, then we got to take it off. And she's like crying because it just inserted and then she's bleeding. So I went on to make sure she still didn't believe it. And, as once it inserted, like when you have to wait for it to be like, has it inserted? Hit yes, and then turn to automated mode. And she was like praying and like squeezing her hands so tight, like, please work, please work. And I'm like, this is terrible. We've had such a bad experience in the last at least the last month with pods not working, or you do a pump change and 4 pumps later you finally get a good pump that's actually going to work. So I feel sad for her. It's a lot for a 9-year-old to deal with, and then on top of the autoimmune disease, I don't feel like the medication is doing exactly what it should be. I feel like we should go up a little bit on the dose, but the doctor was like, no, we'll keep it this way. And I get it, but also was like, maybe I should call the doctor today and have them redo blood work. But she was like, no. And she started crying. She despises blood work. It's like a big issue for her. I have to put lidocaine on her arm. We have to wait like an hour. And just like the mental part of it is like the day before we have to go, she's crying. So I feel like, I know it's not the right thing to do, but I'm like, oh, let's just not do blood work then. We'll wait until we have to do it. I think we have to do it every 6 months. So it's coming up in like August or September. But deep down, I'm like, I'd like to know if your levels have changed and the medicine's not working. But to try to convince her to be like, hey, let's go get blood work, it's not something she's like, yeah, let's go do it. I can't wait. She absolutely hates it and she cries. And it's awful because once she gets it done, she'll be like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And it's like, I know it's not that bad. But she gets herself so worked up and it's just so, it's defeating. It really is defeating. So I would just thought I would come on and just talk about it. If you notice like your child gaining some weight or has not as energetic or is tired, losing their hair, like don't ignore it. Just it could be thyroid, and it's sad that we all have to go through this. But um, Savannah, I think she has hypothyroidism. I believe that's the one she has. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd come on and talk about it. I'm on my way to work. Savannah's going to camp today. Dexter's home by himself. Um, so yeah, but I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.